Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 released about 9 years ago in North America, and although they weren't the first Pokemon games to have online connectivity, they did a great job improving upon the online experiences from the Generation 4 games that introduced them. Unfortunately, less than 2 years after the North American release of Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, the official online servers got shut down permanently, making the online lifespan of the 5th generation Pokemon games one of the shortest out of any other Pokemon generation thus far. To put that into perspective, from the time that Pokemon Sword and Shield were released up until now in June 2021, that was about the same amount of time that Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 had online. Well, what if I told you that there was a way to still play online in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 even after the official servers shut down, and that it's very simple to set up as long as you have any Nintendo DS or Nintendo 3DS device, 2DS works as well of course, a copy of Pokemon Black 2 or White 2, and of course an internet connection. This will allow us to use the GTS again, battle with friends again, and even get some cool event-only Pokemon long after their events ended in Black 2 and White 2. In the description, I'll leave a link to the Pokemon Classic Network where you can learn more about going online in the DS era Pokemon games, and today we're going to check out Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 online in the year 2021 and seeing how active and functional it still is today. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you want to support the channel, and of course consider subscribing for more Pokemon videos, and also consider checking out my Twitter and my Twitch, both of which will be linked in the description, since I've been streaming a lot more lately. I am coincidentally streaming Pokemon Black 1 on Twitch right now, so if you love the 5th generation, come check it out. So I did make a video similar to this about 2 years ago where I went online in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 in 2019, and funny thing is, the time between that video and now is also longer than the time that Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 had online when they first released, and that same method to get online still works. I'll briefly explain how to do it since it really doesn't take long, but keep in mind the point of this video isn't so much to be a tutorial and more so just to show that it still works, and I will leave resources in the description to help you get online in case you have trouble. But basically, all you have to do is go into the settings of whatever DS you have, in my case a 2DS, and under the internet settings of your system, enter the DNS code on the PokeClassicNetowrk site, which at the time of recording the video is this, although if you're watching this video at a later date, it could be a different DNS, so make sure to check the site and enter the right DNS code, and also be sure to make your secondary DNS all zeros, and that's it. So after putting in the new DNS and loading up my original copy of Pokemon Black 2 that I got on release date back in 2012, we're able to connect to the GTS. This is the feature I was most excited for when loading this game up, and as you can see, it actually works. I looked for a Snivy first, since according to the PokeClassicNetowrk site there was one available, so I found it and traded my Zora for it as it was one of the few trades I could actually complete in this game. And just like that, we successfully made a GTS trade on Pokemon Black 2 in 2021. There's other Pokemon we can trade for online, of course, not nearly as much as there used to be back when this game was new, but for now, let's test out the trade negotiations. They don't have trade negotiations in the newer Pokemon games, but basically what they are is you can show up to 3 Pokemon to trade, then each player picks one, and there's some emotes you can use to show how you feel about the other Pokemon that they're showing. At first, I tried to do a trade rendezvous and unfortunately found nothing, but then I did a regular trade negotiation and surprisingly connected with somebody named Enzo. I don't have too many Pokemon in my Pokemon Black 2 game as I transferred most of them over to X and Y when those came out, and Enzo starts off by showing off a shiny Venusaur, and judging by the frowny faces they kept posting, I don't think Enzo really liked the Pokemon that I was offering for this trade. We disconnected shortly after and I wasn't able to find anyone else when I tried again. I also want to note that at the time of recording this part of the video, I was playing it on a Saturday afternoon, mainly because I thought that would be the most active time for this game since it already probably does have a lot of players playing it. And last time when I tried this about 2 years ago to do trade negotiations, it didn't work at all, so it's really cool to see that now trade negotiations worked. This was one of my favorite things to do online in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 back when they first came out, as this was sort of a blend between the GTS and the Wonder Trade which we have now, and it made it a lot easier to trade for Pokemon you actually wanted without relying on the GTS. After this, I decided to try and do random battles, which didn't work the last time I tried this 2 years ago, but unfortunately we didn't find anybody this time around. I'm unsure as to if this feature still doesn't work or if we just happen to get unlucky and not find anybody, but if it doesn't work, hopefully in the future they implement this too, since it would be really cool to hop on this game and just do a random battle if you really wanted to. I did still want to see if we're able to battle against friends in this game though, so I added my friend Aaron in the in-game pal pad. This is what we had to do before friend codes. We added friend codes in each individual Nintendo DS game, and we connected up for a battle, which worked. I headed into the Wi-Fi union room to wait for him, and once he connected, we initiated a free single battle. So if you guys want to battle or trade online with friends in Black 2 and White 2, you can still do that if you really want to, which is kinda cool. The in-game chat feature still works too, something that I completely forgot existed in this game, although it sounds really bad as you can tell from this quick clip. I guess if Discord goes down or something and you really want to talk to your friend, doing so over a Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 Wi-Fi battle could be an option if you can get past how weird it sounds. I tried to see if I could find any battle replays or anything like that, but that didn't seem to work as the results got us nothing. And I also tried to do GameSync, which I thought wouldn't work at all since GameSync was shut down many years ago too. But after trying to connect for a little while, it said that the server was experiencing high traffic and disconnected me. I'm still pretty sure that GameSync doesn't work in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 anymore, since GameSync was shut down a very long time ago, and they tend to shut down GameSync for the previous games once a new generation comes out, and restoring the GameSync for any Pokemon game would be more challenging than just changing your DNS in your internet settings. So maybe one day this could work too, and maybe one day we could see the return of the Dream World, which also doesn't work unfortunately since the Dream World relied on a separate site that is no longer existent. The final thing that I wanted to do, which is probably the coolest thing you can still do in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 like I was alluding to at the start of this video, and that is get some special event-only Pokemon in your game. Back in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, there were a lot of cool online events to get special Pokemon, which were limited time only. Simply by using this same trick to change your DNS settings and your internet settings on your console, you can still access these events all these years later. If you go into the mystery gift section from the main menu of your copy of Black 2 or White 2 and search for something off of Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, you'll receive a random event Pokemon. You can't receive duplicates though, since when the game sent me this 2013 event Keldeo, I couldn't redeem it since I actually redeemed this same event back in 2013 when it was live. That was kind of cool to see because I don't really remember getting this event at the time, but I did notice I had a few other event Pokemon that were existent at the time, which was pretty cool. I was, however, able to get this special shiny Metagross to start off our World Championship training, as the little excerpt said, and this Mewtwo, which apparently plays a role in this year's Pokemon movie. Of course, this year being 2013, but it was still pretty cool to see. Now, it's up for debate as to whether or not these Pokemon can be seen as legit or not, since although I didn't technically hack or do anything to get them illegitimately, it wasn't intended to get these Pokemon in the manner that I did all of these years later after their events were shut down. Either way, the game sees them as legit in the sense that you can transfer them over to other Pokemon games and newer Pokemon games, even if you receive them 8 years later like I did. So there you have it. This is Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 online in 2021. It still works just by simply changing your DNS settings, and I want to give a shout out again to the PokeClassicNetowrk, which I will link in the description, for making all of this possible. You can still access the GTS, you can still do your trade negotiations, and although you can't do random battles and there are a few other things that you still can't do, you can at least battle with friends and do some fun things with your friends if you want to on this game. Obviously, this game isn't very active at all anymore and isn't anywhere near as active as it was when it was the newest Pokemon game, since it's not exactly as easy to connect online in this game as it once was back in the day, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't even know about this feature. But a similar method to get online does work for the 4th generation Pokemon games, although it is a little bit more tedious to set up, so be sure to let me know in the comments down below if you want to see me make a video like this on the Generation 4 Pokemon games. Now if you enjoyed this video, also consider leaving a like, as one like goes a long way and helps the channel a ton, and also consider subscribing for more Pokemon videos, especially since we're so close to that 100k subscriber milestone. With all that being said, I just want to thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you all next time, and bye bye.